You're listening to the Ask BP podcast. Today's question is about the pros and cons of investing outside of your area and if newbies should even consider it. Stay tuned.
You're listening to another Bigger Pockets Ask BP podcast, where you'll hear short, direct answers to your biggest real estate questions. Submit your question today on Facebook, Twitter, or the Bigger Pockets forums by using hashtag AskBP. And don't forget to pick up your copy of the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing and other great content when you sign up for your free account at biggerpockets.com. With that, let's get to the show.
This is Mindy Jensen for the Ask BP podcast. Today's question comes from Mike in Brooklyn, and he wants to know about the pros and cons of investing outside your area and if newbies should even consider it. Well, let's talk about the pros. So the pros of purchasing outside your area are a lower acquisition cost. Presumably you're looking outside your area because your area is too expensive. Lower acquisition cost means higher profits and more deals. There's also less competition in a lower priced market. Some of the cons to investing outside of your market is you're not there to fix problems immediately. You have to rely on other people to take care of your issues. And if they can't get out there, let's say you have a burst pipe. You could drive to your property in your area, immediately fix it, at least turn off the water so you're not collecting more water. You have to rely on somebody else to take care of this stuff, and that means you're losing control. So the other part of Mike's question is, should a newbie even consider this? Well, honestly, it depends on the newbie. It depends on your level of comfort, and it depends on your tolerance for risk. You're not going to be able to have the control, like I said before. So if you're a control freak, if you can't let go, this is probably not the investment opportunity for you. If you want to make a lot of money, maybe you can mitigate your risk by hiring really awesome people to be on your team and manage your property for you. You need a high quality property manager, and those are very difficult to find. You can, of course, ask for recommendations on the Bigger Pockets forums. We've got a lot of helpful people in almost every area that can give you good solid leads, or even more important, people to avoid. There's a lot of variables to consider before you decide to move into a new market. Consider your own market. If there's a high barrier to entry, example, the property is just too expensive for you, you probably won't have any option but to look out of state for your properties. Unless you're swimming in cash, you're going to need to go someplace you can afford. If you do decide to jump into an out-of-state market, you better do your research. You need to research not only the people that you're hiring to work on your property and manage your property for you, you need to do research into the market itself. Just because somebody tells you this property is a great deal doesn't make it so. You need to make sure that that property is in fact a great deal. You need to pull your own comps or have a trusted real estate agent pull comps for you. You need to have boots on the ground, or you're going to lose all your money. Keep in mind, not all locations are created equally. To kick an almost dead horse, let's go to Detroit. There are people who are making tons of money in Detroit, but unless you know them, you're not going to make money in Detroit. There's properties that are saddled with past due taxes. As soon as you buy them, they go into immediate foreclosure for the taxes. They're trying to get their money back. Detroit doesn't have any money. There are pockets that are quite profitable to own property in Detroit, but unless you know somebody, you're going to lose it all. This brings us to today's success quote, which comes from Colin Powell. He says, "A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." Remember, in pursuit of your goals, don't just learn, but take action. For the Ask BP podcast, this is Mindy Jensen signing off.
You've just heard another episode of the Bigger Pockets Ask BP podcast. Submit your question today on Facebook, Twitter, or the Bigger Pockets forum by using hashtag AskBP. And for more incredible real estate investing tools and education, including a free download of our book, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Real Estate Investing, head over to biggerpockets.com and sign up for your free account today. We'll see you on the next show.